Honestly, this makeup doesn't look like it's under rupees 100. Like, it does not. It does not. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good today. So in today's video, I have the most cheapest product to try out from Amazon. So I got all of these from Amazon. Now a lot of you guys told me to do this video. I did one similar video from Nykaa, so I decided to do one from Amazon as well. So all of these products I got under rupees 100. Each and every item that you see here, I got it under rupees 100. I also do have to say that whenever I search really cheap makeup on Amazon, there comes a lot of brands that I don't know, that are like really shady brands, that aren't like established brands. So I never get makeup from those brands. All the products that I'm going to use today, you guys know about these brands. So yeah, they are the cheapest makeup. So let's just move into the video now. So the first product that I tried out today is the LA18 Lasting Glow Foundation. Now I have never tried this foundation and I saw this on Amazon. It only retails for 110, but I actually got it for rupees 90 only. So yeah, I got it for rupees 90, and I do have to say, first when I saw the shade, I thought it was not going to suit me. It's in the shade 03. Now when I was applying it, I did apply it with my Mars brush. This is the, I think it's the contour brush, I don't know, I got it from Mars. So I was applying the foundation. I noticed that the foundation actually looks really good on skin. So it's a very light coverage foundation. It hardly has any coverage, more like a skin tint, I would say. The one thing that I noticed about this foundation is that if you don't blend it properly, it can look patchy. So that's one thing that I noticed about this foundation. But after blending it really nicely, it definitely looks very nice and it looks like skin. The second thing I noticed about this foundation is that it does not last long at all. Like, today is not the day I tried this foundation. Yesterday also I tried this foundation and I noticed that it's not long lasting at all. And the third thing I noticed about this foundation is that initially when I go in with this foundation, it looks very glowy and very dewy, but then it settles into a semi matte finish, which means that it's not completely matte, but it's not really dewy as well. It's somewhere right in between. So overall, I feel like this foundation is okay. It's not the most great affordable foundation that I have in my collection, nor it's a really bad product. So I would say it's a really very okay, mediocre product that is very inexpensive. And yeah, if you don't have any problem with longevity, like you can just make this long lasting using a compact powder. And if you don't have any problem with the coverage, I feel like you might like this. But for me, I do have other better options in my collection, so this one I know that I'm not going to be using it that much. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is that it has a very strong floral fragrance to it. Like, it's very strong. It does not linger on, like it does not stay, the fragrance doesn't stay. Once you blend it out, the fragrance goes away completely. But yes, it does have that typical affordable cheap makeup scent, which I do not like at all. Okay, so the next product that I tried out here is the Flawless Finishing Powder from Blue Heaven. Now this retails for 150 rupees, but you can get it on Amazon for 125 rupees. I actually got it for 96 rupees only. So yes, I do have to say it was quite, a steal deal. So I just decided to get this, and I don't even know the shade that I got. Yeah, I think they do have a couple of shades. So I don't know the shade name. I'll definitely put it on screen so that you guys can see. Okay, so it's the shade Dark Tan. First of all, the shade is not really dark, it's not really tanned at all. It can suit, I would say, light medium skin tone. I have a medium, sometimes tan skin tones, but it did not suit my skin that well. Now coming to the formulation of this powder, I do have to say that the formulation is not really that bad. It's actually quite average. I mean, for the price, it's definitely not bad at all. Now if you have oily skin, I feel like you're going to enjoy this powder more. It's really I feel like very finely milled, which means that the powder is very smooth on the skin. Now why I do not like to use it for my face is because it looks too powdery on my face. Again, because I have dry skin, and that is why I feel like it looks a little bit more powdery on my face, but under my eyes it actually doesn't look that bad. I would say under my eyes it definitely looks okay. But another concern that I have for this powder is that it might give you a little bit of a flashback. But again, it's under budget, it's so affordable, and for the price I feel like it does perform really well. It did set my under eyes really nicely today, but when I was going to set my face with the sponge that they gave me, this is the sponge that they gave me. The sponge is also not really bad, but obviously I use my beauty blender. So yeah, when I applied this powder on my face, I just noticed that it kind of did not look that flattering on my skin. It looked like I was wearing a little bit of makeup, which I don't really like. So yeah, for my under eyes it's really good, for my face not that much. So the next product I got here is eyeliner. So this is from Blue Heaven again. Now first of all, when I saw this eyeliner, I was like, oh my god, they are so inexpensive. So I got one, I think it retails for 55 rupees. Yeah, it retails for 65-55 rupees, around that range. But I got it for only 45 rupees. So yeah, it was like more on sale on Amazon. So first of all, let's talk about these cute little liners. Now I applied the green liner, and the green liner reminds me so much of the Lakme green liner. So I feel like the formulation, the color, everything is just so similar. It's almost exactly similar, I would say. And even the Blue Heaven, you know, the waterproof eyeliner in black is very similar to the Lakme one, but it's half the price. The Lakme, I feel like it retails for 120-130 rupees, right? This one under rupees 100. So the only thing I don't like about this liner is the brush tip. It's not easy to apply liner with the brush that comes in here. Other than that, I love the formulation. It is quick drying, it is not patchy at all, it is matte, and it is pigmented. Now you don't have to go in with the same liner, you know, twice or thrice in the same area, because it is that pigmented. I do have to say I like the green one more better. The black one is also not bad, but I think I have a lot of other liners in my collection that I like when it comes to black liners. But the green one, it's exactly like the Lakme one. You guys know I love the Lakme one so much. It's exactly like the Lakme one. I was shocked to see that it's so tiny and so mini, great for traveling as well. And I hardly ever go through liners, so I feel like coming up with such a mini product is really genius. Although the lasting capacity of these liners aren't that great, I do have to say that they are not waterproof and they are not smudge proof. So yeah, within 100 rupees, I feel like they are a steal. I know that you guys are going to love it. Especially try the green one. They do have a blue variant as well, and if you can get your hands on the blue and the green, just get it. So now the another thing that I tried from eyeshadow department is actually this eyeshadow from Blue Heaven. Now I think months ago I tried this sort of eyeshadow palette from Blue Heaven from Nykaa, and that was a fail. I did not like that product at all. It was really not that great. So you know what I decided to get another one. I decided to give this another try, and I decided to get the pink one, pink and purple one, because I thought, you know what, this might actually work. And I do have to say that the color selection here isn't that great. There is not a good transition shade, although I went in with this little kind of beige brown that you see here, the gray brown. It actually has shimmer to it, which kind of doesn't make it like a good transition shade, I would say. So this one actually failed as a transition. I thought it was going to work really nicely as a transition, but it did not work out that nicely. And then I went in with the purple shade, the darkest purple shade, and I do have to say the purple shade is pigmented and it also blends really nicely. When it comes to shadows, you want the shadow that is moderately pigmented. You don't want too much of pigment as well, and you want a shadow that actually blends really nicely. And I feel like the purple shadow is definitely something that I really liked, and you can use it in your outer corners today. That's what I did with the purple shadow. Now then I used the pink shadow that you see here. The pink shadow, as you can see, it's on my eyelids, and it definitely is a shadow that is pigmented. It also blends really nicely. Although I do have to say, please use good brushes when it comes to eyeshadows, or else your whole blending thing, it's not going to seem like, you know, seamless. It's not going to look seamless. But yeah, I just feel like this palette actually works. Is it the best palette I have tried? No, obviously not, but it kind of works, you know, in a good decent way. If you are on a budget, if you're looking for eyeshadows, colorful eyeshadows, especially pink theme shadows, I feel like you can definitely go for this one and give it a try, because I did not like the other palette that I tried previously at all, but this wasn't a fail, I would say. As you can see, I honestly did my eye look pretty fine, I would say. Obviously you have to blend these shadows more than your usual shadows, and yeah, you definitely have to put a little bit more work into it, but other than that, I just feel like this works, you know, this works in a good way. So the next thing I got here is a kajal. Now this reminded me so much of my school days, because I used to apply this kind of kajal so much before. I think I had one from Lakme, and this is from Himalaya, and when I saw the packaging and I saw the kajal, it's so tiny, and you know, it just took me back to my school days. And I just remember that before I never used to apply anything, and we weren't allowed also, you know, to wear makeup, but I always used to have kajal even though I didn't apply it. Like sometimes I'll just apply it and then just wipe it off, you know. So yeah, it just reminded me so much of my school days. Anyway, now coming to the kajal, I know that this sort, because I've used it in the past, so I know that this sort of kajal is very creamy and it kind of blends really nicely, you know. It's not something that is long lasting, I would say. So that is why I kept this kajal to smoke out my, you know, lash line, and today that is how I used it. And I do have to say, it's amazing to blend out your lash line, or you know, just to smoke out your eyeshadow a little bit. As you can totally see in the clip as well, after applying this, I tried to blend it out with a small tiny precise brush, and it blended out my eyeshadow really nicely. You cannot say that this makeup look is under ₹100. You cannot say that, because this looks good. Like, this actually looks good. I feel like the Blue Heaven you know, eyeshadow did not have any depth to it. Like, it did not have a very dark deep shade, and I feel like using the kajal and smoking it in near my lash line gave my look very much of a depth. And I do have to say that my eyes, like my eye look, looks so much better after applying the kajal as my, you know, smoky liner sort of a thing. You guys know I always even with the eyeshadow, I will go in with a deep shadow and just smoke it near my lash line, and it just turns any look into this really kind of sexy type of nighttime look. So that is what I did with this kajal today, and it's looking really good. I love the final result of this look. Now coming to the mascara that I got, this is from Dazller, and I actually use this mascara for my eyebrows and for my lashes as well. Now first, when I got this mascara, what I did was I got this and I opened up the mascara and I kept it open for overnight so that the formula thickens. What happens with affordable mascaras, more like, you know, under ₹300 or 200, with this sort of mascara, what happens is that the formulation is very thin. So you want a mascara that is very thick, so that, you know, it just gives you that volume and that length. So what I did was I just kept it open on my vanity for overnight, and the formula is amazing. The mascara does have a pretty, you know, cheap scent to it, which I do not like, but it works so nicely. It works well. Like, you can totally see in the clip as well that this gave a little bit of volume to my lashes. It is actually much more better than some of the, you know, moderately priced mascaras I have used. It is better than even the Plum mascara that I have used, and the Plum mascara retails for more than, I think so, more than 500 rupees. So I do have to say, for the price, this is really good, you guys. This mascara is honestly really good, and I can use this totally every single day. So now let's come to the last products that I have here. Now I got this lip combo, and I am obsessed with this lip combo. So this lip combo is under ₹100, and I got this Elle tin lipstick, and it's in the shade, let me just see, Tan Nude. Now this shade Tan Nude, it does not have any sort of brown tone to it. It's much more of a pink nude, but it looks so beautiful. I mean, the pink looks definitely very flattering, and it looks beautiful, you guys. Now I first applied the lipstick on my lips, and you guys saw that it gave me such a nice pretty pink sort of tone to my lips, and it actually did tie up the whole look together. Then I went in with the Swiss Beauty lip liner, and it's in the shade burgundy, and this combo is beautiful. What I did was I just applied it on my outer line and I blended it out with the lipstick, and it just gave me such a nice ombre lips, and it's so comfortable to wear. This lipsticks from Elle. Underrated. I love it. I am excited to try more shades from them because this shade is perfect and looks really good with the Swiss Beauty lip liner. It's just beautiful. So today I use the Swiss Beauty lip liner on my lower lashes as well. I like to do this sometimes, you know, and this actually, I just wanted to show you guys that this works really nicely as a liner. As my lower lash liner, it just works really nicely. So yeah, I do have to say this is such a hit as well. And yeah, those are all the products that I tested out. Now my favorite has to be obviously the Blue Heaven. This is the liquid liner. I also love the Swiss Beauty lip liner. Obviously the Elle lipstick is a favorite of mine, and also the Himalaya Kajal, because I know that I'm going to use it as a smoky kind of lash line. I'm going to use it for that, and it just looks beautiful, and it also just like blends out really easily, so that's why I loved it. So yeah, that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know that you know, a lot of my audience, you guys love when I talk about affordable makeup. When it comes to affordable makeup, it's up to you. You know, you decide which is affordable for you. Sometimes for some people under rupees 1000 is affordable. Sometimes for some people under rupees 500 is affordable. So I just like to keep it you know, that way on this channel, so nobody feels excluded, or I just feel like, you know, I include everything on this channel. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one.